everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are back doing another Dominaria Intermediate Swiss Draft League, and some good choices here. We're looking at Time of Ice, Sphinx, Divination, Fiery Intervention, and then I guess there's also a Candle and a Valduk in here. I really like the Time of Ice a lot. It's also historic, so I'm fine first picking this. It does a lot. It does do a lot. So we'll take Time of Ice over Fiery Intervention and the Sphinx and be on our merry way here. Alright, follow-up pick. The best card is probably Adamant Will or Divination. Divination's pretty great. So we can take that. This is actually a pretty underwhelming pack overall. I do like the Lingering Phantom, but I'm just going to take Divination and I guess be okay with that. Alright, third pick looks to be a pretty easy Llanowar Elves, but there is Fiery Intervention too. I'm fine with basically any color combination in this format so far. Other good cards. I never really get to play Baird. Played against it a lot. I think it's a good card too. And there's Deep Freeze in blue, which I do actually like. I probably take the Fiery Intervention. I'm still on the take the removal over the ramp creature for the most part. That doesn't go for all removal. And like I said, I could take the Deep Freeze instead of Fiery Intervention because it's on color, but I think Fiery Intervention is kind of leagues better than Deep Freeze. Permanently deals with things unlike Deep Freeze, plus Destroy Target Artifact is totally relevant too, so I'm going to take the Fiery Intervention here. We're just on the take the best card for a little while plan. So Keldon Raider's pretty good. There's Spore Swarm, which I love. And a Deathbloom Thallid, Stronghold Confessor. I think Spore Swarm is the best card by quite a bit, so I'm going to take it. So now another Fiery Intervention and another Llanowar Elves and Gideon's Reproach. A lot of good cards in here. Probably take the Intervention again. There's also a Sulfur Falls to Splash Intervention. It's kind of cool in case I end up in a different color combination. I don't mind that, actually. I just love Fiery Intervention, though. I'm going to take it. I think this card's good. Alright, here we could take the Arcanist. Makes basically everything in our deck cheaper at the moment, which is quite good. Otherwise, Artificer's Assistant is in here as well, and a Fungal Infection, and a Wall, I suppose. But we'll take the Arcanist. Kind of makes sense with what we're doing. So now we have nothing terribly exciting. We could take the Glider. It's historic and it flies. Not bad. Also not exciting. Short Sword. It's historic. Certainly playable. Also not exciting. I don't like the Glider for the most part, but I guess I'll take it. It does fly, so maybe that's good enough. I think the Snapper's good. I did play Flame of Keld once, and it was okay. Run Amok is actually pretty good. Run Amok is pretty good, but I think we'll take the Snapper. Pretty impressed with it. Hexproof is pretty nice. I like the Cyclops a lot, actually. I think Cyclops is one of those cards where if you have a good mid to late game plan, playing a 4-mana 4/4 is very, very good. There's also Weight of Memory, which I like less than Divination, probably. I guess it's okay, because Self-Mill has some advantages, but definitely taking the Cyclops there. So here's an Excavator. Don't really need it. Don't really need anything in here. Could take the Warlord's Fury as a cantrip spell. Seems pretty unlikely I would play the Excavator. Uh, Sage of Latinum. Well, not a lot of artifacts floating around here. I guess I'll take the Servant, just in case you get like a Traxos. It could be good. Don't really need any of these, but that's a late Adamant Will, surprisingly. Unwind, maybe at least out of sideboard I could do it. And then a second to last pick Protector. So let's sort by color here. Start to figure out exactly what we're doing. Chain Whirler. This card's pretty sweet. Otherwise, there's a Journey Mage in here, which I do love too, but we're going to take the Chain Whirler. I haven't played with or against this card, and it seems pretty good to me. Pretty good incentive at this point to just do the blue-red Wizards plan, despite having one Wizard at the moment. It's probably still okay. Well, there's another one. Yeah, Adeliz is pretty awesome. I really like this card a lot. If we can wheel the Chronicler, that would be a nice gift. Not hold my breath, but if we do, it's nice. There's a Grun. I think Syncopate's actually really good. There's a Chronicler as well. We're a little bit creature light at the moment. Syncopate's pretty sweet with Arcanus too. Chronicler is a wizard, and we do have a lot of things to bring back, so I think I'm going to take the Chronicler over the Syncopate. We're also a little bit creature light. Nothing I'm overly concerned about, but getting another relevant wizard while we have good spells to bring back kind of makes sense to me. There's also another Rampaging Cyclops in here too. I wonder if I could just go deep on these, if they're as good as I think. Like I said though, you kind of need a good late game plan, or at least quite a bit of evasion, which we could end up with. I mean, this has synergy with our Adeliz, but getting value like this is nice. I'm going to take the Chronicler. Alright, Shiva on Fire, pretty clear pick here. Excellent card in general. There's also a Skittering Surveyor in here and a Wizard's Retort. And a Valdic, which I guess we don't have use for yet, but could. But pretty easy Shiva on Fire. Excellent card. Tetsuko is great. Love Tetsuko. Very happily taking it. Never looking back. Also Knight of Grace in here, which is great. But Tetsuko is just such a fantastic card. Chances are I probably will not be needing this Warlord's Fury, so we can take that out now, and we're still looking pretty cool here. So Assistant is fine. We currently have 4 historic cards, which is not bad. I actually like the Assistant. I think it's fine. It just pings your opponent down for a while, and then, I like it more than the Lava Runner. I don't think Lava Runner is all that good. We'll take the Assistant. Even though Lava Runner is a wizard, I'd rather have the flyer with some scry upside. So I guess we can take Short Sword. Actually, no, we're going to take the Cyclops. I just have a great feeling about this card after playing with it. I've played against it and been pretty impressed too. It's just, so what? If they have a bunch of blockers, you can't attack with it. I still feel like you're going to end up with a good block out of it. So, Assistant number 2, sure. Not much else we care about here. Alright, Journey Mage, definitely taking it. It's a wizard. Granted, we're a little bit wizard light currently, but that's not a big deal. Can take the Partick Wanderer. It's certainly a fine 6-drop, and I'm not going to play anything else here. It's historic. It has trample. Getting the Cyclops back is nice. We're going to do an experiment here, right? Just play a ton of 4-mana 4/4s with minor downside and see how we turn out. Alright, we'll take the Scholar. I like 2/3s. I think 2/3s are kind of the magic number. I'm going to cut red here in this format. Alright. So, looking pretty good. What's our wizard count? Looks like we've got 5 currently, which isn't a ton, but the only card that really cares about it is Adeliz, and Adeliz is just good on her own. Ooh, Jorah. Yeah, she seems pretty cool. Wanted to play with her. She's mythic, too. Pretty sweet with our assistants. Pretty sweet with our other legends, other historic cards. Maybe we could probably wield the Chronicler or the Journey Mage, too. Be nice, I guess, if she was a wizard, but I like her. We're going to play her. We've already got a good count for her, too. Alright. Easy Journey Mage. Excellent card. So, current weakest cards in our deck. I don't love the Glider, but it's fitting our curve a little bit in a nice way. Maybe I can cut the Partick Wanderer despite being historic. So we can take yet another Chronicler. There's also a Scholar in here. And there's a Phoenix, but I actually like the Chronicler. Does make a lot of sense for our deck too, I think. Seeing as we've got quite a few instants and sorceries already. Not a million actually, but a decent amount. Alright, so this is a Deep Freeze. What's our current removal? Siobhan Fire. Chain Whirler's kind of removal. And then we have Time of Ice and 2 interventions. That's not bad. And I guess Journey Mage to a certain extent. I think I could take another Arcanist. It works well with Tetsuko. Ramps to our Fire, Divination, Fire Interventions. Deep Freeze does deal with ground guys pretty good. Or we could take the Opt, which works well with Adela's. We have 18 creatures. Maybe we do want some more spells, huh? I mean, we do want some more wizards, too. Adela's doesn't need instants and sorceries to shine too much. I'm actually going to take the Deep Freeze. We have flyers, and I think it being able to deal with anything is quite good. So there's a Candle, but I think we're just taking Tetsuko number 2. Cannot refuse this card. Huh. Precognition Field. I haven't played with it or against it, which maybe means it's not that great, especially given that we don't have a lot of instants and sorceries, but there's nothing else here I'm interested in, so we'll take it. Don't need any of this. I guess we'll take a Warcaller. I'm not going to play it. Been meaning to play Befuddle. I think it's an okay card, probably. Journey Mage, good pickup for us. But I don't like the 3/2s, as I've expressed many times. I really do not like the 3/2s in this format. But it's a wizard. Like, if it was a 2/3, I think this card would be way better. Guess we can take a short sword. It's historic, so it works well with the assistant. Another Scholar. Got the Arcanist. Okay. Alright. Well, not a bad plan we have. It's just, we got to figure out what cards we're cutting. So we can definitely cut some creatures. Probably don't have to cut many spells at all. But let's do a wizard count too, because we're going to have to be as conscious of that as possible. Maybe we do a historic count too currently. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. Which is not bad. So basically my goal is to cut non-wizard, non-historic creatures. That's pretty tough. I could cut the Snapper. Doesn't thematically do with what we want. I could cut a Cyclops, but still got a pretty good feeling about them. What's our wizard count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10's pretty good. Hmm. Kind of feel like cutting the Wanderer too. Cut 5 more creatures. Hmm. That's pretty tough. Could cut a Cyclops. Could cut a Scholar. Hmm. Maybe we don't run the short sword. Maybe we don't do the precognition field. 2 more cuts, probably creatures. If I cut a Journey Mage, does that bring us too low on the wizard count? Glider's not great. It's historic and it flies. And it gets unblockable with Tetsuko, which is actually kind of nice. So we're down to 8. I probably just have to run I don't have to, but I'm going to run the Journey Mages over the Scholars. Despite liking the body better on the Scholar, I think upside of shocking your opponent's face is pretty nice. Tough to deny that. Yeah, 1 more cut. Maybe we cut a Journey Mage anyway. How many wizards does that leave us with? Leaves us with 7, which isn't great. It's not great, but an Arcanist doesn't really do all that much for us. It's unblockable with Tetsuko, and it's cheap, and it's got 3 toughness, but it just ramps for 5 cards in our deck, which is actually pretty low. Not too many. Maybe I'm more okay with running the Journey Mage over the Arcanist. And historic count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6? It's not great either. Guess I could run the Arcanist over the Assistant. Something like this. So then we're up to 8 again on Wizards. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I think this is it. Tough to make cuts for this deck, but we don't need that much blue, and we definitely need triple red. And we kick with double red for the Chroniclers as well, so definitely erring towards, we probably do 10-7. Something like this. So I do like the deck. I think it's got some cool things going for it. I think it maybe is lacking a little bit in the finishers department, but we've got some pretty good value and we've got evasion. So I think we can get there. I guess we'll have to see. So this is how we'll run it, I believe. I could actually, I'm kind of interested in bringing the Cyclops back. Just because I really have some high hopes for this card. So maybe I cut the Arcanist, because I'm not blown away by Arcanist in here anyway. And that way we have another pretty good body that's efficient. And we'll try this. Alright. This is it. Blue-red. We'll see you round 1.